Imagine a young boy with a sketchbook in his hands, dreaming worlds bigger than the small town he grew up in. This is the story of Walt Disney, a man whose imagination, ambition, and relentless drive built one of the most influential entertainment empires in history. Walt Elias Disney was born in 1901 in Chicago, Illinois, and spent much of his childhood moving between Missouri and Chicago. Even as a young boy, he displayed an extraordinary passion for drawing, often selling sketches to neighbors to earn a few coins. His early life was not easy. Financial struggles, family tension, and personal challenges marked his youth, but Walt's artistic ambitions remained unwavering. By his teenage years, he had already developed a fascination with animation and storytelling. He studied commercial art and experimented with creating short films, determined to find a way to bring his ideas to life. Walt's first ventures were far from perfect. He worked for a Kansas City commercial studio, creating cartoons that were simple but full of promise. His early attempts taught him that talent alone was not enough. Business acumen and perseverance were equally essential. In 1922, Walt moved to Hollywood with a small suitcase and a big dream. He and his brother Roy co-founded the Disney Brothers Studio, a small operation with ambitions that dwarfed its resources. Before Mickey Mouse, Walt created Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, a character that initially brought success but was ultimately taken from him by a distributor. This loss was devastating, but taught Walt a crucial lesson about ownership and intellectual property. Determined to never be in the same position again, Walt focused on creating a new character, one that he would control entirely. Out of this determination, Mickey Mouse was born, a character that would become the symbol of an entire generation. The release of Steamboat Willie in 1928 marked a turning point. It was the first cartoon to feature synchronized sound, and audiences were mesmerized. Mickey's success allowed Walt to expand his studio, hire talented animators, and invest in more ambitious projects. He was no longer just a cartoonist. He was a visionary, building a brand. The 1930s brought risks that few would dare to take. Walt decided to produce Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the first feature-length animated film, at a time when many thought it was impossible. The gamble paid off spectacularly. Snow White became a massive hit, proving that animation could tell stories as compelling as live-action films. Buoyed by this success, Walt continued to innovate. He produced Fantasia, a daring blend of music and animation that challenged conventional filmmaking and captivated audiences worldwide. He also expanded into live-action films, experimenting with hybrid projects that combined animation and real-life sequences, further solidifying Disney as a creative powerhouse. But Walt's ambition went beyond films. He imagined a place where families could immerse themselves in the worlds he created, a theme park unlike any other. This vision became Disneyland. Constructing the park required enormous financial risk, innovative design, and relentless determination. Many doubted its success, but Walt's conviction never wavered. When Disneyland opened in 1955, it was a revelation. Guests experienced a magical, immersive environment where imagination came to life, setting a new standard for entertainment worldwide. Walt's approach to business was inseparable from his creativity. He understood that storytelling, innovation, and brand experience could be leveraged to create a diversified empire. From merchandise and licensing deals to television shows and theme parks, Walt meticulously expanded his influence, ensuring that the Disney brand reached every corner of the globe. He launched the Disneyland TV series to promote the park, a pioneering strategy that integrated media, marketing, and storytelling. Walt knew the power of cross-platform branding long before it became standard practice. Even as his empire grew, Walt remained a hands-on leader, obsessing over details from animation to architecture. His perfectionism and visionary mindset became defining traits of his leadership style. Tragically, Walt passed away in 1966 before seeing the full realization of his vision with Walt Disney World in Florida. His death was a profound loss, but his influence and vision continued to guide the company. Today, the Disney empire encompasses movies, theme parks, merchandise, television networks, and streaming platforms. It is a testament to Walt's belief that imagination, innovation, and persistence can reshape industries. His legacy is not just in entertainment, it is in the way we think about storytelling, branding, and creating experiences that captivate audiences. Walt Disney showed that a single person's vision could spark a cultural revolution. From a boy with a pencil to a man who built an empire, Walt Disney's journey is a blueprint for combining creativity with strategic thinking. His story reminds us that dreams, when pursued with courage and discipline, can truly change the world. In the end, Walt Disney didn't just create cartoons or amusement parks. He built an enduring empire that transformed entertainment, inspired generations, and proved that imagination, when paired with strategy, can create magic. Walt Disney's empire continues to grow, but the heart of his vision remains unchanged. To bring joy, wonder, and inspiration to people of all ages, he is the man behind the magic, and his legacy will continue to shape the world for decades to come.